Hey, hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Actually, it's not even morning here in the Netherlands anymore. It is 12:15. Let's get rid of that ticker. There we go. Although, thanks so much for joining. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Today's stream is trying something new because I want to try to overlap the windows and whatnot, but also we are finishing a stream that we started 2 weeks ago. And if there's an echo, please let me know because there's an echo in my headphones. It's not annoying at all. It's annoying. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, we started OpenStack on Equinix Metal. Show me the GitHub link. Bink. And we ran into some bugs. We even had a good friend come online, try to troubleshoot it. We couldn't fix it. We ended up pulling an issue on the repo directly, which was awesome. And that same day, we worked with the developer relations engineer team. Shout out to Marcus. Thank you. To fix it. And so it's been fine for 2 weeks, but immediately following the stream last 2 weeks ago, I was laid off my job. So I've been slightly distracted, a little bit. And this is the very first time that I've been streaming in 2 weeks. Hi. Hi, 4 people. So hello. I wanted to do this before I completely let go of my access in Equinix Metal. I still have access to the console. So I can still use bare metal systems for at least today. So we're going to do a quick OpenStack on Equinix Metal demo. And then we'll probably not do any more Equinix Metal demos for the foreseeable future. Yay! Okay, so if this is your first stream with me, I do an open source stream every Wednesday morning, Central European time, and every Saturday night we do a escape room. All of these behind me are escape rooms. And so this has 2 OpenStack projects or open source projects. One of them is OpenStack, the other one is Terraform. And then Equinix Metal also has an open source aspect to it, which is nice. But for the most part, you're going to have to pay to experiment with the servers themselves. All we're doing is following along this repo. So this repository is experimental, meaning that it's not recommended for production use. And as you can see on the servers, there are only 2 existing servers in the DC13 and NY5 metros. So we have not created any of our repos. And if I show you my terminal window, it is quite boring. Ta-da! So all we're doing is following these instructions. Super, super easy peasy. Use Terraform to quickly and easily create an OpenStack cloud powered by, we're going to stick with x86 bare metal servers at Equinix Metal. Specifically, this deployment showcases how a multi-node cloud can be deployed on Equinix Metal, bare metal. That should be slightly rewritten. That's okay. This repo supports the Ussuri version of OpenStack. The deployment defaults to a minimum 3-node OpenStack cloud consisting of 2 x86 infrastructure nodes and a single x86 compute node. It is possible to modify the number of nodes, etc., through the Terraform .tf file. or defaults file. There is support on experimental repos. It's just that it's best case support as opposed to full support. This walkthrough is from when this repo existed over on Packet Host. My friends Makai and I, we did a messy stream where we played with it and it worked perfectly. We found a couple of bugs, we filed them. It was a lot of fun, actually. But we've done a migration from host. Now we're on github.com/Equinix. I will not read out the cloud abilities. On the prerequisites, it's very important to read this closely. Part of the reason I got a bug last week, 2 weeks ago, was because this metal organization ID is a new ID that's exported. So you can see what's going on in my repo. And by my repo, I mean locally. So these are the Terraform variables that I have already exported. And originally, it was this project ID when it was over on Packet Host. And so I didn't read for content very well when it migrated over. And we also discovered, so that's there now. And I'm going to have to delete all these, I realize, but that's okay. Also, for some reason, it was failing if you didn't explicitly state Metal Create project false. So we've done all those things. We can actually skip these 2 lines where we export 2 variables. If you don't know where these variables are, the instructions are quite thorough. And yeah, let's get going. I'm just copying that. I'm literally just following instructions. I'm drinking my tea. Hello. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. We are only streaming to Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube today because I got sick of telling my poor Facebook followers that I couldn't see their comments every time I streamed. So sorry, Facebook. Man, our download is painful. I might need to switch over how I'm set up. Ah, hello. So as you can see, the Terraform Metal OpenStack packages are all in my directory. And if you do a quick ls, let me know if this is the right size for you all, if you can see it on the stream. Now, going back to the instructions, I want to show you something really quick. This is where we are. We just changed directories into the downloaded file, downloaded directory. Theoretically, our next step is Terraform init, but I wanted to, okay, let's do that first. Shout out to HashiCorp. Y'all, I only have 15 more minutes. Come on, internet. I feel like we're going to have to pause this for the installation. Poor thing. You can do it. Yay! Okay. Back over to our instructions. All we've done is initialize Terraform, download the GitHub packages. That's it. So now is where read carefully. The defaults and the available architectures are very well mapped out here. This is the important part. If you just skip down to the code instructions, you would think that your next step was to copy this file over. It's not, unless you wanted to play with ARM. And I'll show you why. All right, so copying over, let's open up the terminal window. There we go. So, sample. There we go. Okay, so as you can see, this includes an ARM. If we only want to play with x86, if we want to play with full ARM, we need to make sure we look closely at the Terraform variables. Okay, so what we actually want to do is just go. So if you read running without a Terraform.tfrs will result in the default configuration using Equinix Metal x86 hardware devices and no ARM. And that is because it uses Vim variables. This. So right now it's defaulting to the US West location, which is actually, this is a typo because it says the default is the US East facilities, but it's actually the West. That's okay. And then as you can see, it's using the x86 and not, there it totally has the ARM. So now I'm confused, but that's okay. But for whatever reason, if we stop it, okay, just run Terraform init. Sorry, not Terraform init, Terraform apply. It will not ask for an ARM system. Now, this is where it gets fun. You can see it's saying this is what we're going to create. You can see that it's not going to do any ARM systems. You can look through everything that it's saying. Are you sure you want to do this? It's actually pretty extensive. Okay. And then it's going to fly through. Here's the fun part. Now you see two systems here. And theoretically, we should start to see 1, 2, 3 x86 systems start showing up. Here's the thing I'm worried about. Oh, there's our 3. Yay. I love it when things work. Let's do that. So our and you can see they're in the SJC location, which is US West Coast. San Jose, California, maybe. I am going to remove some of these extra windows. There we go. Okay. I mean, I guess we could still have this ticker going. Ta-da. But as you can see, it's gotten to the part where it's trying to do stuff and then telling you how much time has elapsed and then trying to do stuff again. This is the part where we're going to wait a while because right now it's installing the system. It's provisioned and gotten the 3 systems. It's installing the operating system, and then it's installing the OpenStack, either compute controller or dashboard. And this takes a while. So now I'm happy to take questions from the 4 people who are watching, if you're so inclined. Yeah. No, you do not want me to do that this whole time. Do you want me to keep the terminal up? It's really, to me, this is the part where I would go and like code, get a cup of tea. It takes a little bit to install OpenStack, especially when you're doing 3 instances, 3 operating systems, 3 separate systems. Let me show you something, because see how I said creation completed? Because the dashboard is complete. Look at that. Hello. Whoops. And that's my root password. Don't worry, I will be deleting it soon. But isn't that cool? It's the little things. Oh, and our compute is finished. Yay. Hey, pretty. So proud of you for joining us. Okay, that ticker annoys me. Stop it. You can see that the controller is still installing, and you can also see that on the terminal. This is where the compute finished, right here. It's actually, that is a bit of a, there's a typo right there. It took longer than 0 seconds. But right now it's creating just the controller. Whereas before you could see it was doing all 3: dashboard, compute, controller. And then this is where the dashboard finished. Right here. Here we go. So yeah, controller. You just take your time. You take all the time you need. No problem. So yeah, I'm looking for a remote developer relations, developer advocate, technical community manager within an open source company or a company that has an open source vision. That's my passion. And the reason I prefer remote over local is that I have a agreement with my partner who is at a local university that we will change locations for his thing, but not for my thing. Our controller's almost done. Look at that. Look, aren't you so pretty? It's about to finish. It's about to finish. So you're looking for this block of green text that's giving you the password and all kinds of access to the actual OpenStack instance. It has 10 more minutes. Come on, you can do it. Oh. Now what are you creating? Oh, Keystone installation. That makes sense. It's saying that the local time is 11:36. Oh, it's going on UTC time. Cool, cool, cool. It's still creating. Keystone takes a while. Hey, dashboard connected. Hey, compute connected. Good job. We've got MariaDB. Good, good. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. There's not a lot to see over here. We've got our 3 systems. So leave that going. Stop sharing that screen and start sharing the GitHub screen again. There we go. We are still on this step. Okay. This section will be bright green, whereas right now it's in this black and white action. It has our dashboard, super important. And then the OpenStack admin password will be right here, even though it says it's sensitive. That's so exciting. The username is admin. It's very secure. It's still going. Still going. I have 5 minutes. I have 5 minutes, OpenStack. Let's go. Come in. I finished my tea too. It's time to go. So how are y'all doing? Yeah. Good times. So like I said, you would go get a cup of tea. Maybe have your lunch. Although if something went wrong, it would have been yelling at you a long time ago. So this is a good sign. Is this the part where we dance? You know, if I changed that slightly, that worked. Okay. It's still going. This is deprecated and can be disallowed in future release. Controller Nova, remote exec cursors. Password false. Proud of you, controller. Delaying package configuration since apt-utils is not installed. That's probably not good. Hey, flavors. So flavors are different sizes of systems that are available to your users. So a flavor might have 1 processor, 2 gig of RAM, kind of be tiny. It could be huge with 4 processors and et cetera, et cetera. So this default apparently is giving us a sampling of flavors, which is pretty cool. The provider network should be based on the servers and also talk to the other 2 systems. I wonder what the sample workload is. That should be something we should be able to look up on the OpenStack docs. OpenStack sample workload x86. Sample configuration file is auto-generated from Nova. Nova is one of the Nova is the first project of OpenStack. So everything started out in Nova, and then all the other projects were born out of a need for a specific something to have its own project. So for example, Ironic is the bare metal project that came out of Nova. Everything came out of Nova. So it's basically a default behavior file. That's cool. That's new. And we're done. All right. OpenStack admin password sensitive. Why is it not giving me the password? Huh. All right. Let's see what happens, shall we? Page not found. Lamestein. Oh, weird. Okay, let me show you what it did. Remove that. Stop screen. Share screen. Isn't that funny? I don't know why it did that. Maybe it wants IPv6. No. That's the API endpoint. Nice. Why won't it let me? Go to the Horizon dashboard. There it goes. Hey, buddy. All right. Oh, wait. Domain default. Admin. The password is that. Sign in. Yay! Okay, there we go. We have. Okay, so we have OpenStack on bare metal. And all this stuff that it's saying is used and whatnot, that's because we have a default system. Oh, I'm kind of chuffed. Okay, if I do say so myself. Getting this out of the way a little bit. Oh, hey. So these are flavors. Oh, it says flavor. Let's look at the details of the M1 small. Come on, show me. Oh, it won't show me. It's supposed to show me right here in the when you, yeah. Let's see what images we got. Nice. Got CentOS. We got Cirrus, which I have never played with before. That's cool. And Bionic, which I also have never played with before. Oh, this is so cool. Here we go. Here are flavors. So you can see that we have a lot more RAM in large versus tiny. Our root disk is a lot bigger. Our number of processors. Swap is the same. Ephemeral disk is the same. That's cool. Everything else. Our images are the things that we can actually install on the systems, which is CentOS, Bionic, and Cirrus, which I'm going to look into now. Oh, but that's exciting. It's so cute. Oh, y'all. Here. So yeah, that's OpenStack on bare metal using Terraform. If you have any questions, feel free to do a pull request or file an issue on github.com/Equinix/Terraform-metal-OpenStack. I hope you have a good afternoon and thanks for joining. I have to figure out how to actually get stuff going while I'm saying that. Thanks so much for joining. Stream over. Y'all have a good one. Bye.